So, are those new Crocs, by the way, Dean?
No, I've been rocking these are probably 6 months old.
Mm.
Yeah, I hadn't picked up a new pair in a little while.
I don't know how your feet.
But I got
fucking,
green.
Feet handles that. Back in the day, in the summer of 2022, old Dean Stanfield and Joe Bagley went to a little music festival together. It was run pretty poorly.
Real fucking poorly.
It was a disaster.
We did mushrooms. I got terrified by insects.
Yeah, dude.
We slept outside.
I had a javelina-based nightmare, dude.
What music festival?
Floatfest.
Okay.
Dude, me and Dean one night after the first night of the festival, we slept in these. Tents. What's the word that
hammock.
I'm looking for here?
Hammock.
We slept in these hammocks that were on top of each other. So I was in the top hammock and Dean was in the bottom one. And on the first night, I had a nightmare about javelinas. Mm-hmm. And I fucking scared the shit out of Dean. I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, hammered on mushrooms, just being like, they're in the goddamn camp.
No, I think at first
they're everywhere, Dean.
I think first what he said, because it's Joe and me, right? I'm above Joe. And Joe goes, he goes, oh man, I just had a nightmare about javelinas, and I was like, that ain't no nightmare, buddy. They're here, dude. And we went back to sleep, and then every 30 minutes, Joe's waking up. Oh, they're fucking here again. They're running through the camp.
They're dangerous in packs, right? Or are they not dangerous to humans?
No, they're fucking dangerous.
Okay, yeah,
they're dangerous.
I think I fear javelinas because in Jurassic Park 1, where there's the mini velociraptors, the little ones that are like this big, and they eat motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, those remind me of javelinas in a weird way. They kind of shriek in the same way, and I was thinking about those, and I thought that they were gonna eat me and Dean because Dean, being fucking Dean, we parked about 3.5 miles from the other campsite, so we're in the
woods, dude.
Dude,
that's where I like
watching
to camp.
Dean just go into fucking Dean mode is one of my favorite things in the world. We show up at this fucking music festival, and we get to security, and Dean goes, "We work here," and they go park wherever you fucking want. Yeah. There was no permit that was given. There was no form of identification. We drove off into this old space, and we just set up these tents, literally just by ourselves out in the middle of nowhere. Dude.
Yeah. In between two trees, it was great. I had guns. We had plenty of ammunition.
Well, I wasn't even going to bring that part up, but there was a specific argument that me and Dean had, and so I had loaded up this cooler in the back of the truck, right? Mm-hmm. And so we get there, we pull into the music festival, and Dean's like, "Go ahead, get a couple beers out of the back for us." And I go, "All right," and I pop open the back, and I go, "Dean, there's a gun in the back of the truck," and you go, "No shit, dude."
That's where guns go.
Yeah.
And I go, "Dean, we're at a music festival," and his response is, "You think that's the only one we got in this vehicle?"
Yeah.
And so we go
or
into
he wants
the car.
to hide it or something. He's like, "Well, let's hide it."
Yeah.
Dude, so Dean starts
the other
pulling
ones
them
are hidden.
out of the ceiling and shit. And out of he goes, "Where do you think the closest gun to you is?" I go, "Right here." And you go, "Nah, check right there." And fucking another one comes out. So there's all these weapons in the car. And I go, "Hey man, on the off chance that we got fucking searched on the way into this festival, we're going to jail." And you go, "No, we're not, dude." And I go, "You can't bring goddamn guns to a music
First
festival,
of all, it's
Dean."
in Texas.
Yeah,
Under
that's
castle
fair.
law. Yeah.
Yeah, so because they're in the
I
car.
don't know what you just got. You got to tell them castle law, and then they got
Castle law, dude. I will not be besieged by your fucking.
Yeah, you fucking hippies.
But dude, I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, I'm on mushrooms. We have a truck full of weapons at a music festival. I'm like, this ain't good, dude.
You can bring a gun to a festival. Like I found one here that's talking about ACL Live, and it says the law allows for open or concealed carry in the city limits. So therefore, based in the city limits, you can carry a gun at the festival.
How you doing?
All right.
Listen,
Fool me once, dude. Fucking fool me once.
I got you.
Connecticut. Thank you, Brandon.
All right, so the way we ended up at this fucking festival though is Dean works for King Daddy Ice.
Yes.
And we're running ice at this festival. So Dean calls me and he's like, "All right, man, here's the deal. We got to work about 2-3 hours and we go right in, we get these passes." And I go, and there's sort of an implication that we're going to get VIP passes.
Yes, they do.
We show up,
implicate that.
we're running ice, and the ice is in high demand because this is a floating based festival. It's called fucking Floatfest.
Yeah.
And the way it works is
It's
people would
hot
float
as
around this river.
Fuck.
It's about 105 degrees.
People are passing out.
Now here's the kicker. This is where it gets fucking funny. These the whole thing is you're floating this river and then you get off and go to the music festival. Now, when the water is flowing at a proper level, it takes about hour and a half, 2 hours to float the river. It was so dry in Texas at this point that it was taking people 5 or 6 hours to float this river.
Well, here's the
some
crazy
motherfuckers
part.
are coming out sunburned, dehydrated, and the medical tent is full of people just blacked out that haven't had any water in 105-degree heat for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Floats people. Sorry, you finish your story.
No. Go ahead.
I had people. I never realized how prepared you have to be for a float. I floated the San Marcos River for my birthday in July, which is in July. So it was, drier time.
What's your birthday?
July 24th.
Dude, July 30th, baby.
Wow, real close.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Leo's. Dude, we had like 11 of us, and we brought about 60 beers, which is not enough.
Not
zero
near enough.
waters, and like there was like 10 people, and there was like 5 sheets of acid. And that was all that was brought for this entire thing. Everyone did acid except for me. I just was like, I didn't feel the vibes, and I was like, I'm going to freak out. I'm okay.
Yeah.
We run out of everything an hour into what is like ends up being like a 3.5 hour float. We got so dehydrated by the end of the float that the last hour was all the floats were tied to me, and I was just swimming us down the lake. I was like, I have to get out of here now. I have to get out of here now. It was a very bad birthday. We learned, though. Next time we brought way more alcohol.
Bro, everybody's
Way
fucking
more alcohol.
stupid when they float that bitch. Because and I do the same thing where we went down there and we're like, how many beers do we need? We're like, about 50 to 100. And how many waters? Like, I'll have a water.
I'll have
a water.
We're
On a-
going to be
on a-
surrounded by water.
On a
Just drink
105-degree day, I'll have
Osmosis.
a fucking water, dude.
that. Yeah.
But bro, so people are coming off this river,
Yeah.
and they're fucked.
And by the way, this river is 25% pee.
Oh, God.
25% pee.
They
How,
say
how
hot
deep
as
is
piss.
it? Because it's so dry. Is it just like you're like knee deep
Bro,
in
me and
water,
Dean
basically?
didn't go anywhere near the river. We got our little fucking tubes on, and they were like, "Don't even think about it, boys."
Yeah.
But this was happening. People are coming off this fucking river, and everybody's blacked out and completely dehydrated. So what was happening was me and Dean are running ice to the medical tent and just donating it.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, people are gonna just like die.
Yeah.
Like they literally have an ice bath set up where people are getting so hot that they're just dunking people in the ice and then making them chug 60 fucking ounces of water and then getting back out there.
Yeah.
So me and Dean are like, we're bringing ice to this festival. We're basically like hometown heroes, right?
Yep.
And everybody loves
Hometown
us.
hammer
Everybody
heroes.
appreciates us. Everybody's so fucking happy we're there, except the guy that's supposed to give us the fucking wristbands for the show. The guy that's supposed to give us the wristbands comes up and he goes, oh, you guys are the ice guys? And we're like, yeah, we're the ice guys. And he goes, what's the lowest level band? Just give him the fucking GA bands. And we go, well, we were sort of promised
Some VIPs.
some VIP bands. And he goes, you guys can have the regular ones. I forgot to mention, while this is going on, we are in the truck where all the wristbands are.
There's just bags of wristbands everywhere.
Bags
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
So it would have been no skin off his back to give us one. I look over, I see a little light blue wristband. I don't even know what it is. I take one, take another one, throw it in my fucking pocket. I walk out, I look at it. It says Homie VIP.
Nice.
So these are the ones that are like for the friends of Chance the Rapper and shit.
Yeah.
These are the elite ones. Me and Dean go over. We go to the main stage, and we're allowed to stand on the stage where
Wow.
there is unlimited free alcohol. There is it's bottomless everything. So by the time the Javelina nightmare comes, I've had about 17 beers.
Yeah.
And I'm like
we were pretty
cooking with
sloshed.
gas, man.
Yeah.
Saw Vampire Weekend.
That was great. We saw
Ruled.
Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
What was crazy was it's out in the middle of the country. Right?
Yeah.
And we go out. I think Joe was flirting with those 2 girls.
Oh yeah. I still regret not going back to that hotel, man.
Yep. And I went out to take a leak, and it was like obvious that the show was shutting down. We had taken some mushrooms, and I was like, feeling a little, extraterrestrial. And so I go.
ET phoned home.
ET
baby.
phone home. So I go out into the wilderness to try to find my car.
Yeah.
Or to try to find our truck.
Find yourself, really.
Find myself, really.
Yeah.
And whoever else would want to, hang out. And so I go out. I'm out in the middle. It's like there's like this campgrounds where everybody's at, and I know that we're like he said a couple miles, but we were like maybe 400 or 500 yards away from the rest of the like actual camp.
But it was funny because they had everybody packed in one area, and there's every camper all on this strip, and then Joe and Dean. We're in Joe and Dean land, dude.
On VIP section, and so but there's just this like no man's land of just like regular fields and stuff until you get to the campgrounds. So I'm in the middle of that, and they've got like stuff set up for like hanging out, chilling. And so I'm in there, and Dead Mouse is going on. And so it's just like giant EDM music is going crazy. And I'm like in the middle of the field at a distance that the music's not bothering me anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The music cuts off, and then everybody starts they've got to go through me to get to their campgrounds. So everybody's walking through. And as soon as the music cuts off, it's like all of the bugs had been like sent underground.
Yeah.
Bro, as soon as the music cuts off, the bugs start coming out. And then I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I don't really notice as much. And then one girl just starts screaming, running past me, spiders, spiders. Like,
where did she come from?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, but
it
just spawned in. And I look down and I see, an unreasonable amount of tarantulas. Like an insane amount of tarantulas just everywhere.
Like,
dude. Do you remember this?
Like,
do you want me to tell you this? I was freaking the
like
fuck out.
20 or like 50.
I went back to the tent at this point.
Yeah.
Because you were cooking.
I was cooking.
But I got too fucked up. I had too many beers.
Yeah.
So those girls were like going back to a hotel, and I was like, nope. And I just went back to the tent.
Yeah.
Or what do you call it? Why do I keep forgetting the word?
Hammock.
Or hammock.
So like say this circle is like surrounding me. I bet there was 30 to 40 spiders just in this circle.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I would have gone home. That would have been the end of the trip.
I just started looking around, and I was like, well, they're not biting me. And then there was a part of me that was like, are these spiders or is this the mushrooms?
That's a scary moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's probably just the mushrooms. You know?
Well, you didn't come back for a good 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
I was in the hammock for hours before you. So Dean was a goddamn commodity trader out on these streets, dude.
Yeah.
That's what you got to understand. Dean is a master of economics.
Somewhat.
Unlike anyone I've ever seen.
The trading market.
I see. Yeah.
I could see you killing it in like 812.
Oh, dude.
AD.
Yeah. In the year
this time,
yeah.
Let me tell you, in the year 812.
Yeah, when they talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you're out. But you trade a chicken. You'll trade a chicken for a house. That's how good of a
I'll
barter
start with a
you
chicken
are.
and I'll get a house.
Straight up, that is the fucking
donkey
perfect analogy, dude.
Yeah.
Because Dean was out there with these goddamn ice bags. We didn't have much cash to fucking work with, but Dean's out there just going like, all right, we have ice.
Yeah.
He goes, it's worth more than gold out here.
In Texas.
So first thing we go to, there's this tent where these guys are selling tacos.
Yeah.
And it's this like group of Mexican boys, and they fucking run around from music festival to music festival slinging tacos.
Yeah.
Dude. Dean comes over, he goes, Begley, go ahead and grab 2-3 bags of ice out there. And I go, all right. And so we both got our 2-3 bags of ice. We run over there, and they go, look. We go, you guys need ice? And they're like, yes. Dean goes, all right, we'll give you 6 bags of ice. We'll take a few tacos and some drinks, right? Within a few hours, we're in the back with these guys. We're sitting out back on their lounge chairs drinking fucking cervezas with the dogs, dude. We're having a great time.
They were like, hey, you know where to get any weed? I was like, no, but I have ice.
And Dean's like, didn't my buddy fucking chase you on an ATV the other weekend, dude? But dude, yeah, Dean is just this master out there where, dude, I've never seen a man so much in his element. We both got Crocs on.
Yeah.
Now my feet are blistering. I'm starting to hurt in the goddamn Crocs because I have not become attuned to the Croc lifestyle.
You don't have the calluses for
I don't
Crocs.
I ain't got the calluses to survive on these streets. Dean's built for this shit. Dean's like, what do you mean you got blistered, goddamn pussy, dude? But dude, we're slinging ice to everyone. We're going to random people's camps. They're making burgers. We're like, we got ice. We're eating burgers. We're getting beers. People are giving us everything under the sun, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, after the Dead Mouse show, like I said, I'd had done 15 fucking beers, so I went to bed.
Yeah.
Dean went out into the wild, into the deep, deep wilderness. About 5 o'clock in the morning, I hear him climbing into the tent. I'm like, you're just getting back. You're like, I want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. I've been through some shit.